to Extinct Rex Originals. For tonight's episode, we will be featuring LYKA Custom Dinosaur Revolution Gigantoraptor. The guest species contest winners will be announced later. But before that, Chanan! Happy birthday, Michael Patrick, last March 23. I hope you had a blast. Happy birthday! And now for the making of our Gigantoraptor. Oh, by the way, here is our base figure. Allan uses this, what do you call this? Indoraptor figure for the body and the hand and the legs. As for the tail, he uses the horn of a Triceratops. As for the head, he uses the head of a regular raptor figure, and as for the head, he uses the neck of the Velociraptor. And here is our kit bashed figure. He added some feathers and he sculpted the head, the neck, and also the tail. He also lengthened the body a little bit, and here is the primered Gigantoraptor. He uses the Bosley number 68 for this one, and after this, he will be starting to paint. And by the way, I'll be sitting in for Extinct Rex for this dubbing on this one. And now, as you can see, he's using this color. I think this is gray with a bit of black, white, and green, and I think he said brown, yes, last night. This is for the whole body, I think. And by the way, Oviraptor is not a raptor. It's actually related to, they belong to the Oviraptor family, and which is related to the Oviraptor of the Central Asia. And here we go. He is starting to paint the other half of the thigh and the legs with this greenish gray color. And after drying the legs, he is now starting to paint the feather with color black. Gigantoraptor actually don't fly, and it has a short forelimbs ending with large clawed hands. The head, which sat on ostrich-like neck, resembles that of bird with a powerful snapping beak instead of toothed jaw. Okay, so he carefully finishes the feather and also the edge of it to cover all the parts. Guys, he actually Extinct Rex had done Oviraptor before, so if you haven't watched the Oviraptor video, please do check it out. Okay. All right. So aside from the what do you call that, the feather on the arms, he also tried to paint the feathers on the tail, just like this. Okay, after that, he's going to use that hair dryer for a very quick drying time. Painting a figure for me is much more easier than creating a new dinosaur, you know. All you have to do is just be creative in mixing color, and I think it's easier for me than to create a new one because you have to use a saw, hot glue, and what else? You need to construct another what do you call that? A snout, and you need to sculpt. I think that is more tedious and a lot difficult for me. I'm having difficulty in creating a kit bashed figure rather than painting. And now starting to paint the neck with this red color. The neck actually was sculpted. It's a real clay. It's not what do you call that? Plastic foam. And after the red, is starting to use this yellow-orange color on the middle part of the neck. And I think he's going to just continue painting this color up to the topmost part of the Gigantoraptor's head. Okay. After doing that, he'll just let it dry, and after that, he will be moving into the other parts for him to color. Okay. And that's it. After the head, he will be painting this part. Chang! This flopping thing on the neck of the Gigantoraptor, actually you can find it in other animals like, what do you call this? Peahen or the peacock? I don't know how you called it, but if you know, just comment it down below. And he uses the aquamarine on the outer part, and on the middle part he uses the blue one. Okay, yes, like that. And after that, he did some definitely finishing touches on this, and that's it. And here are the winners of our Guess the Species contest. Sosri, Iraj, Darth Vader, Loki the Wesley, Sample Production, Somniosus, Ariel Martinez, Duzefars, Ross, Ice Dragon. Congratulations, runners up, and here are top 10. Patrick, happy birthday also. Harris Stewart,
Top 9.
Mr. T-Rex,
Top 8.
Gabriel
Top
Elkin,
7.
Dynamation,
Top 6.
Swan Cap,
Top 5.
Cretaceous Bricks,
Top 4.
Aiden Stevenson,
Top 3.
Green Furry, the
Top 2.
Allosaurus, Colton
Top 1.
Congratulations to our winners. Congratulations, top 1. And for those of you who wants to join the contest, just look for Extinct Bricks logo, click it, and go to community link for you to see its latest posts.
Okay, so let's count down the number of parts to this one. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 9 parts to this. Let's start by connecting the head here with the lower jaw. There we go. Let's connect this to the neck. Then onto the body. Now let's connect the tail, the arms, and then the legs. Oh, that sounds so satisfying. There you go. Our completed Gigantoraptor.
Now for our Dino Trivia. Did you know that the Gigantoraptor, meaning giant scissor, is a genus of large oviraptor dinosaur that lived in Asia during the late Cretaceous period?
Hello everyone, and now we're back for some more of our Gigantoraptor. So this Gigantoraptor is actually based off from the Gigantoraptor of Dinosaur Revolutions, and it's actually one of those designs that I really was looking forward into making because it's quite unique. It has this what do you call this, a bird-like contraption to it. It has some feathers that are really bright. The coloration and overall design of this dinosaur is really cool, right? So of course, Usher here will be right back later on for some size comparisons, but let's now move on with our closer look, shall we? So, since it's actually based off from our Dinosaur Revolution, the Gigantoraptor, I made some changes to the overall body of the, I think we use a baryonyx for this one. So, I made the body a little bit shorter so that it looks like more like that of the Gigantoraptor. In the fossil records, it also has this feathering to it, details on the tail, of course, on the arms. It's quite flexible. It also sports this what do you call this? I don't know really actually what we call this stuff. Turkeys would usually have this, and also some birds that display bright colors when they're actually mating with pheasants and also other birds of the same species, those females, you know. That's why we call that males are more colorful in the bird kingdom. So yeah, so it also has this eyebrows to it, which is really cool. It actually blends with the clay here that I have, or the sculpt on the head. Okay, so of course the head is very much modified from the this is a raptor head to it. And yeah, so there are also some scaling details and also feather details on the overall body. So in terms of articulation, of course it can open and close its mouth. It can turn its head from right to left like so, and it can move its neck in so many different ways. It's a ratchet articulation to it. The arms, of course, can move up, down like so. So if you can see, the arms are quite shorter now compared to that of the original dinosaur, and also the fingers are more laid out like that. So that yeah, and then of course the legs can move like so, and then you can twist also the tail. Oops, sorry about that. You can twist the tail. And that's it for the closer look of our Gigantoraptor. Alright, so before we move on with everything Gigantoraptor, we have here a few of our reminders from our last videos. So we have here our Pterodactylus from the Jurassic Park novel. So it's a cool video where you can actually see how I actually made our pterosaurs. So pterosaurs here would have more articulation than that of the Lego pterosaurs. You can see here that it can be on all fours, and it can also be on a flying position. The neck is likewise movable too. So check this one out, guys. Also, Ibito Universe has made a level 40 Indoraptor from the Jurassic World game. So you can see here that it's a really cool custom. He has lengthened the body, the tail, and also made some modifications to the arms and the legs as well. So the painting is like this magnificent. As you can see here, it's really detailed too. So check this video also, guys. And lastly, we have our Ceratopsuchops. So, or Ceratopsuchops. So our Ceratopsuchops is one of the Spinosaurid, smaller Spinosaurid cousins of Spinosaur. And yeah, so this is a cool video as well. I tried experimenting with some techniques on on the painting on this one. So yeah, I enjoyed making this, and please look for the video on my Extinct Bricks playlist. And moving in with the size of comparisons, of course, Evie here, or I mean Usher here is back. So comparing with our Gigantoraptor here, you can see here those arms are so big. You could easily put your minifigure here, right? So yeah, it's so cool. And when you compare this one with how actually a Gigantoraptor is in terms of real size, you can see here, comparing it here, it's quite about the right size, right? So now let's move on with some comparisons with some of our feathered customs from both EB Toy Universe and Extinct Bricks. Let's start. So here we have our Segnosaurus level 40 from EB Toy Universe. Yeah, I like the head adoration here. It looks like a saint from church, and the level of detailing here on the wings here is quite magnificent. Tail also, coloration, it's so colorful. So it's one of those smaller Therizinosaurs that we have. So Segnosaurus. Also we have our Megaraptor. So this Megaraptor is actually inspired by the Jurassic World Dominion Megaraptor that Mattel will be releasing. So yeah, I like the colors on this one, purples, violets, and then pinks. It really made sense, and also the head is also pierced. You can see here, yeah. So it's quite big. So I don't know if there would be a fight between the Megaraptor and the Gigantoraptor here. Who would you think would win? Those large claws for the Gigantoraptor, and also the large claws on Megaraptors. Alright, so next up we have one of our fierce carnivores of the late Cretaceous. This is our Lythronax. So the Lythronax here is also feathered. You can see here the feathering there on the two-fingered arms. So yeah, also some details also on our body, head, neck, tail. So this is actually one of those that painting schemes that I'm actually experimenting on. So yeah, I know it's quite a bit sloppy, but I guess it's okay. It's a feathered dinosaur anyway. So yeah, Lythronax. Next up we have our Eutyrannus. So this is the first ever what do you call this, medium-sized theropod that is feathered that I've actually done. So it's it's a work in process. It has some details of tops on of hair, or I mean feathers, on the bottom of its tummy, also here on the top of its head, some sculpting details on the back as well as that of the tail, the legs as well, and even the arms. So yeah, that's the Eutyrannus for you guys. I think I based this off from the prehistoric kingdom, Eutyrannus. Right, so we have two more on the go for comparison. This is our Therizinosaurus, and although they're not related, they do have, or they share the same features. So our Therizinosaurus here has a long neck, similar to this, to that of the Gigantoraptor here. It has large claws as well, and it has feathers. I think the feathering on the back end is also similar, so you can see here. Yeah. Right, so that's the Therizinosaurus for you guys. I know there's a Therizinosaurus in Jurassic World Dominion, and I will be making that. Don't you worry, guys, but stay tuned for that. So probably by the month of May, or come June, I'll be making the Therizinosaurus from Jurassic World Dominion. So watch out for that, guys. And lastly, we have our Dinosaurus. So this Dinosaurus, yep, as you can see here, is quite a big guy. He's much larger than that of our Therizinosaurus. It has a really big head to it, so it's like a bird actually. Large arms as well, and even feathers on the ends of its tail too. So yeah, so this is our Dinosaurus. I'm comparing it with our Gigantoraptor here. It's much larger, much bulkier, although they're on the same height. Okay, so that's it for our size comparisons. And now moving along with our Extinct Break species roll call, and we have here all of the creatures that I've shown here so far. If you do have other requests or something or a species that you'd like to see here on Extinct Breaks, whether or it's be a prehistoric creature, dinosaur, pterosaur, something from the megafauna, please comment them down below. Also, if you'd like to see other, creatures from movies here on Extinct Breaks, please do comment them down below. I have made several, from Avatar, from from Monsterverse, Godzilla, King Kong, and who knows? Maybe I could make some also from Star Wars. Okay, all right. So let's now have. Oops. Usher here for you to be reminded that all that you see here is actually available in our Extinct Breaks playlist. So here it is, but I'll be also placing in individual links down below on the description box so that you won't have to go through a lot of the videos. But yeah, so I do have a lot of videos, but all of them are quite interesting, so please check it out as well. Alright, so let's now start with our Extinct Breaks species roll call. Let's start with our Extinct Breaks Dinosaurus. This is our Extinct Breaks Lythronax. This is our Toy Universe Segnosaurus. Toy Universe Eutyrannus. Extinct Breaks Eutyrannus. This is our Extinct Breaks Therizinosaurus. Extinct Breaks Megaraptor. And of course, to start the show here, this is our Extinct Breaks Gigantoraptor. And that's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. I'll be placing in several more video clips of our Gigantoraptor, so watch until the end of the video. Thanks!
Ooh, wow! This is so cool. And Asher, I think, is enjoying feeding this Gigantoraptor. And that is all for now for our video. Salamat, gracias, selamat Indonesia. Please like also our other channels, Toy Universe and The Adventures of Mario and Asher. Don't forget to subscribe. As we always would say, let your inner dino freak roar! Bye-bye!